We're officially leaving the hostel. A great stay last night. I have to say, it was a pretty good hostel. What do you think, Joe?
I liked it a lot. It's very comfortable, has everything you need, towels, bed, AC's running great.
Yeah.
People were nice.
Clean.
Different for us though is, not, I guess, similar to some of the other hostels we've been in, but different for many hikers and their experience, is that most all the people here weren't hikers.
No,
It's people who are working here in the area or whatever, and
sorry, we're going through the dark woods here.
A group of people who live around the area who tend to come here to socialize. So not many hikers. But we were the oddballs.
Yeah, we were the kind of the exception. Yeah, stop right here. I've lost Joe. Oh, there's Joe.
Oh, I'm back.
So, but yeah, it was good. We ended up just kind of hanging out in the hostel. Sorry, spiderwebs already. We had Kristen and them had left us some lunch meat and stuff, so we just did that for dinner, and we were too lazy to walk back into town. But it was a good little walk.
It was a good little walk,
and
we'd had a really good lunch. So we just kind of hung there and kind of started planning out the next week.
Yeah,
we had to look at a lot of different variables and things, and the weather's not looking great. So we spent time on that. Spent time talking to folks back home, and today we're going to get after it and see. We had a good hike today.
Yeah. Today we got a lot of. Our goal is to try to get to Standing Bear Hostel in 2 days, and that'll position us for entering in the Smokies.
Yeah.
We got all our permits printed out. Thank you again, Christy, for going to the library and getting all those printed out for us. And so we're ready to go. We gotta get to the Smokies. So that's kind of our next little small segment here. Again, only 2 days, only about 34 miles, I think, something like that.
Try to get up to real close to max patch today, and the weather can just be, supposed to rain, but if it can be anything other than torrential, we should be able to power through and get out there.
That's what we're hoping. So, all right, well, we're going to get on it here, and we'll talk to you all a little bit later.
All right, see you down the trail.
Well, hey folks, we did not do much videoing at all today because it was just, there was not a single view between here and Laughing Heart Hostel, and there was just canopy and clouds, and then for the last hour and a half, rain.
Yeah, we're a couple wet dogs.
Yeah, we're wet dogs, but we're sitting inside a pretty beat up shelter, but it's dry.
Yeah, it's dry. It was the Walnut Mountain Shelter.
Yeah.
So we've come about 12 and a half miles for the day. Not bad.
Not bad. That was like 5 hours and 15 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
That was good. Good time.
Yeah, not bad. And kind of debating what to do. There's another shelter about 4.8 away. And if you know what the weather does, we may end up staying there. If the weather clears, we might push a little bit further. So
if the weather clear, we're thinking about maybe pitching up this side of Max Patch. But I'm not so sure about the weather. And the advantage of being there is then we'd be able to see the sunset if there is one to see, or sunrise tomorrow morning if there's one to see. But the weather just has not looked really that good from what we're seeing.
Yeah, I think we're in for some more rain this afternoon. But as always, I think we said it before. It's really not too bad once you get hiking.
Yeah,
it's starting and stopping in it, and that's where the shelter's kind of nice for us to stop and have lunch, get out of the rain.
And speaking of hiking in the rain,
oh yeah, Joe, show them your new fashion
get out here in
statement.
some light. I don't know if y'all can see this. I could probably. Well, it doesn't. David, maybe you'll have to go over here and hold it, get a better angle. This is my new fashion statement. This is the up just a little bit right there. My rain kilt. And so I've been hiking in that today. No shorts underneath, just the base layer compressions, and it breathes really nice. It's just been great. And it zips up the back. I have it partially unzipped now so I can get my strides where I need them to be.
The trouble with that is there is no filter
There is no
on
filter.
The bodily gases, so
It's
it's
just right out, little right out the back, and David's like, "Oh my God, the green cloud!" But what has worked really well while I'm hiking, as long as there's not a bunch of other folks around, I can lift this front up, fold it over my fanny pack, keeps the sweat off the fanny pack, and it lets a lot more airflow come through. But you know, then it looks like a dude hiking in his underwear. So that's my new thing. My Z-Pack rain kilt. I must say I carried it all the way to Katahdin. And this is the first time I use it just because we haven't had that kind of conditions. I had my rain pants up north and those kept me warm, so I wore those, but they're trash. And when the rain started today, I said, you know, those hiking shorts get soaked with sweat in the first couple hours, and then it doesn't make sense to put the rain kilt on because everything's already wet. So the shorts are drying in my pack, and
All right.
I'm ready.
Do us a little Scottish dance here. A little rain dance.
All right, sorry, that little interlude, figured that might be enjoyable.
Yeah. In case anybody was looking for, you know, what kind of fashion to wear on the AT, I think right there is a good example of, yeah.
Good examples of, you know, next time I might go for color, you know,
It is
or
fashion.
a flag design or something.
Yeah, I think you should go for, you know, some Scottish colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah, it works.
All right, well, that's probably it for now.
And yeah, we're going to finish lunch here, and
Then we'll get on down the trail. Did you get them?
I got 'em.
Yeah, a little bug.
So, all right, y'all take care, and we'll talk to y'all
All
later.
right, happy trails.
All right, this is the wrap up for day 130.
Yeah.
Yeah, and got our do-rags.
Do-rags
and
on.
hats, and we're cool, man. We're cool.
What actually got cooler?
It did get cooler.
Here at Roaring Fork Shelter, we were like, what, around 4,000 feet or something like that? Somewhere in that vicinity. And it's nice. It's going to be good sleeping weather.
Yeah, had nice. I mean, some cold rain and stuff that really kind of chilled us off and cooled everything down. And we got into the shelter here and started setting up, and we're kind of shivering a little bit.
We were
wet clothes and.
What David has taught me, you get to a shelter and your clothes are wet with sweat. What you want to do is leave them on for a little bit, let your body heat begin to get the things to evaporate to dry them off. So you're cold and you're wearing the sweat stuff,
Yeah.
and then finally you're all right, I can take it off, and you take that set off. Then you're really cold, standing there naked in the shelter. Block the image, but
Trying to dry off.
trying to dry off
You know,
before
al natural little breeze.
before you put your other clothes on.
Needless to say, nobody else is in the shelter with
Yeah.
us.
Well, they were, but they
Yeah, I don't
where
know.
are these
They
guys?
said they
We're
left.
out of here.
I don't know what that was all about.
But it sure was nice to get, you see, he's got his fleece on and something on his head, and we got the long pants
Yeah, I mean,
on.
this is this first time I've had to kind of put a little hat on and wearing the fleece around. Again, it was kind of a cool evening.
Yeah.
So again, hopefully it'll stay cool tonight. It'll make it good sleeping weather.
Tomorrow we'll run into Standing Bear and get in there, resupply and everything else for the Smokies. And what's going to be interesting is when we go into the Smokies, we're going to get up at elevation and stay at elevation
Yeah.
and just be kind of bouncing around and looking at the weather and stuff there. It's going to be more like this. It'll be cooler at night. So
Yeah, so this will be interesting to see if we got it warm enough stuff.
I've been looking at your stuff.
Yeah, if I'm missing a few things, I'll know where to look.
Know where to look right
Yeah,
right next to you.
Well, we did about what was it, 4.8, 5 miles something after lunch.
Yeah.
And again, not much to say after that. The trail was nice,
Mm-hmm.
and we lucked out that the rain held off until we got here, and then it started sprinkling and raining again. So we made the command decision just to stay here.
We were looking at it really hard, trying to find, well, how can we go a little bit further? But because
Yeah.
of the closure on the shelters and camping for this 8-mile stretch, there wasn't a really good spot that would give us any advantage over staying here. So this way we get, it was a good strong day, and we get a rest, and we get a good strong day tomorrow, and then a rest, and then we hit the Smokies really
Hit
hard.
the Smokies, yeah. We've got about 15 and a half tomorrow to get to, as Joe said, Standing Bear, and we'll do a resupply we're going to try 4 days to get through the Smokies, and we think we can do that without a problem, as long as the weather cooperates.
Yeah.
If not, we'll be cutting off arms and legs and eating them.
Yeah, the forecast was saying a lot about, percentage chance of rain, and so it looked like we may have more of what we had today. But even if we had that in the Smokies, looking at the distances that we had, we'll probably be okay. We're just gonna
think so.
we'll be hiking in the rain.
I think so, yeah. Again, our goal is to get through there in 4 days and actually be able, on that fourth day, push a little further past Fontana. We're down to 257 miles to go. We are roughly 16 days to go. We may be able to squeeze that a little bit more down to just 2 weeks, but it's exciting. We were talking about it. It's interesting. We keep comparing to what it was like when we were, this morning we were in Hot Springs, so that was 274 miles from Springer, and kind of comparing that to where we were toward Katahdin. Well, 274 miles is the Mahoosuc Notch and Arm. And that was one of the toughest days we
The
ever did.
Mahoosuc
Yeah, Mahoosuc
Notch and Arm.
I mean, the notch wasn't bad, but the arm just about killed us.
Yeah,
So
with Freeze, David and I, we made going through the Notch fun.
yeah,
You know, Freeze led the way, and we all figured, you know, it's like it's a puzzle. We solved the puzzle, but when we got to the arm, we all three agreed that was, that was not fun.
that was tough. So in comparison to what we did today to what it was, this was a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Again, it is so nice to be back here in the South on these trails that we're able to make a lot of good time. You know, we got to shelter about 2:30, and we really did want to go on. You know, as Joe mentioned, there was no solution for where we could land with that 8-mile closure ahead of us. So
So we did what all good men do.
Yeah,
Took a nap.
exactly, and it was a good nap.
Yeah, it's good.
A real good nap. Yeah, it felt good. So, all right. Well, I guess that's about it. We're going to try to get an early start tomorrow, just so we can get into Standing Bear Hostel at a decent time, so we can do everything that we need to do.
And if it's clear tomorrow morning, we're going to get up. We're going to get on the trail an hour before sunrise and try to get up on top of Max Patch. If not before sunrise, close to it, and then get some good views.
Yeah,
of that.
it's about 2 miles out.
Yeah.
But you know, we haven't had any good luck with hitting the mountains at the right time. So we'll see how this falls out for us. But we're going to try.
We're going to
keep
try.
trying.
We've
We're
had
gonna
bad
keep
luck,
trying.
but we'll try this one.
Yeah,
See what
that's
happens.
right. So, all right. We all have a great evening, and we will talk to you all in the morning.
All right. Take care.